welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of wanted to do a review on an item that I have been using non-stop since we purchased it. And this amazing item is Fisher Price Thomas & Friends Tray Clay Booster Seat. And this is an alternative to his high chair that we currently have in the house. This is something that we take along with us if we're going on a trip to a restaurant, to a friend's house. I think this is just a great thing to have if your child is just at that stage and point that he doesn't want to be in his stroller anymore, or be in his car seat for the duration of wherever you may be, a restaurant, your friend's house, anywhere. I think this is just something that's very beneficial for all moms to have. So let's go ahead and get into the details of this booster seat. I will go through the specs with you and then actually show you what it looks like and show you how it looks like sitting in a chair. So we have, we actually purchased the Thomas & Friends because this was the only boy alternative to the Princess one that we saw. And then we saw one that was just a plain blue color, but we wanted to have something that was a little bit more interactive with our son and something that's going to keep him entertained, because just have him sitting in a regular booster seat with nothing there besides maybe the napkins that are in front of him wasn't going to be such a great hit with our son. So when we saw this Thomas & Friends edition of the booster seat, we thought that it would be perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into what the product actually looks like. So when you take your product out of your box, you're going to see something like this. It kind of already comes fully assembled. You don't really have to do too much assembling. I believe this green part came in a separate little baggie, but there's nothing that you actually have to assemble yourself, which is great because you can just open the box, take it out, maybe wipe it down, and then just take it along with you wherever you need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and show you each piece individually and put it together and let you see what it looks like. So what initially caught our attention with this item is this main piece right here in the middle of the tray. Now this is just a little Thomas the Engine train, and it can go around this pretend track. And it has a little lift gate here that your son can, pretend and lift up and down, and you can just kind of move the train about around the whole train. It may be a little bit redundant going around in circles and circles, but kids are entertained by the smallest little things, and this can give you those extra few minutes that you need to finish up the meal or to finish scarfing down your dinner at a restaurant, or keeping him entertained for just those last few minutes while you finish your conversation with your friends. And what I also like about this is that it pops out very easily. Basically what you're going to do is just put your finger, one or two fingers, in these two slots here for fingers, and you're just going to pop one side off, and it comes off easily just like that, and you can just take it to the side. So another great plus with this item, and another selling point for me, was that this entire portion of the item and the tray is dishwasher safe, dishwasher friendly. So you can just pop this in the dishwasher. It's sticky with food, it has God knows what on it. You can just pop it into the dishwasher and it is perfect, and it is fine. It'll come out clean, nothing's gonna fall off, nothing's gonna pop out, and it's just as easy as it gets. Instead of sitting here having to clean all the crevices, stick your napkins in your soap and water, you can just go ahead and just pop it in the dishwasher and you're good to go. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. So that's another great part about this. So this just makes our lives a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and show you actually how the seat looks all together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece back on. So, and as you see, it just snaps on easily as you can take it off. Basically what you're going to do is you're just going to pop this tray off. And how you do that is you just kind of push these two red buttons in while pulling out on the white tabs. So you're just going to go like this, and it pops out. And then you put this to the side, and then you have your seat just like this. And then what you're going to want to do is just pull this part up until you hear a snap. And then that is secure, and it's not going to fall back down on your child. It's not going to fall backwards. It's secure. And as you can see that the gray part is locked into this blue button right here. And that's how you know that you have a secure back seat. And you can see this cute little picture of Thomas the engine. And these are your straps. You have your middle strap, and you have your two straps that come around the side that come around the waist, and this comes in between the legs. So then you'll just snap here, and you'll snap here, and you can tighten it and loosen it to your pleasing, and the child will be securely safe inside his booster seat. Then, once your child is in your booster seat, then you're going to go ahead and take this tray, and however, if your child is maybe a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, it does have 3 buttons on the side to adjust to whichever size is appropriate for your child. And basically with our son, since he's 10 months, he just turned 10 months today, we put it on the middle, which is a little bit comfortable. It's not too loose, not too tight. He fits perfectly in the booster seat without squirming around, without getting out, without standing up. So the middle clasp is great for our son. And basically what you do to put it back on is to just put it over whichever button, again, is suitable for your child. You snap it on one side, and then you turn it around this way, and you go ahead and you snap it on the other side. As so. And then you have a full functioning booster seat, which is great. And they sit and they play for the duration of the time before it's food time. And then again, once you're ready to feed and you don't want any distractions, you pop up one side and you take off the toy, and you can have a full tray here. And also, you can also use this part as just a solo piece toy as well. As far as securing your child to the actual seat, you don't want to just put your booster seat on the chair and say, okay, it's fine, and go do something else. You need to make sure that this seat is secured to this chair that your child is sitting in. Lord forbid anything would happen and your child may reach for something and it just falls over and tips over and your child falls out with the booster seat. You do not want that to happen. So they have these straps, convenient, easy straps in the back to make sure that accidents do not happen. So you have 2 straps. You have one that's going to go around the back of the chair, and then you have another strap, which is right here, which goes underneath the portion of where you actually sit. So when your child's sitting here, he's secure not only with these belts here, he's also secure with the back seat and underneath. So there's no possible way for your child to fall out of this booster seat, which is great for us, so we don't have to worry that anything's going to happen to our precious little baby girl or baby boy. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to close this back up again. I'm going to take the toy piece and I'm going to pop it back on as so. I am going to pop off the sides and remove the tray. And then once you're ready to pack it up and to pack to go, then you're just going to basically pop this portion up, and then you just push the back seat down. Instead of facing the tray out as if you were to eat, you're going to face the tray in, so the toy portion in the tray is pointed towards you. You're just going to snap on the tray to the seat. And it doesn't matter which snap you snap on. I just stick with the middle because I'm just comfortable with the middle, and then you're good to go. And then you have your 2 straps that you can loosen up and carry as a kind of like a diaper bag, like just carry along your side like a purse, or you can carry it on your wrist as so, or you can carry it here. It's a little bit tight because I tightened it up for our chair out of the house. Or you can loosen it up and just carry it and have it dangling a little bit longer than you see right here on my shoulder. Or you can simply just carry it as so. This item was purchased at Target. I believe it was around $35.99. I will find the link on Target.com, and I will link it in the bottom bar for you if you're interested in purchasing this item. And I believe you can also purchase these at Bye Bye Baby and Babies R Us. I'm not quite sure, but if I do find it online, I will link it down below for you as well. And let's see if we're missing anything else. This booster seat is a maximum weight, allows a maximum weight of 50 pounds. And then also, you're only going to want to use this type of booster seat If your child has enough upper body strength and control to sit up by himself or herself without you supporting his or her neck. If your child still does not have neck control, and if you're still supporting his neck or her neck, I wouldn't suggest purchasing this just yet. I would suggest purchasing this item once your child has full control of his neck and he doesn't need any supports from you. Also, I would wait until your child can sit up on his own as well, without any support of pillows, without any support from anybody else pushing him or her up. He needs to be able to sit on his own without any support and have total neck control. Just as a safety precaution, so you're not to injure your child. Also, another point that I did want to address, that the train, the Thomas the Engine train, cannot be removed from the track. You cannot take it off, you cannot remove it, it won't get lost. There's actually no way, I'm looking at it right now, to remove the train if you wanted to. So that's the only thing about the toy, that this comes, everything comes fully attached, you cannot remove anything. It can be a plus and it can be a negative. On one hand, it will never get lost. You don't have to worry about having an engine flying across the restaurant. Also, it could be a negative if your child is the type that needs to take things apart and needs to hold it closer to them, or they get frustrated if they cannot do so. But my son, he's perfectly fine, perfectly content with this toy. It has become such a great asset for us. We have struggled with just not going anywhere because we knew how our son was. We knew that in a matter of time he was not going to want to be in his car seat anymore. He's going to want us to carry him. He's going to want to sit with us at the table. He's either going to want to touch our food, touch the cups, touch the napkins, touch anything that's in his reach. And we're just avoiding going out to eat, going anywhere that involves us sitting down and relaxing, basically. So we would do our errands, rush, and rush back to the house to eat at home. And one day I said, you know, there has to be something that can help us at the restaurant, help us when we need to go to a friend's house, help us if we need to be anywhere that he needs to be sitting in an area where we can't hold him 24/7. So we found this at Target and we just said, why not give it a try? And we ended up loving it, and I'm just so happy to do a review on this item, and I'm hoping that I can help some of you moms who are struggling with not being able to sit down and eat at a restaurant, not being able to maybe even have lunch with your friend. So I just think that this is just a great item to have in your house. You can just keep it in your car. It will be a to-go booster seat. You can use it in your house as your main high chair if you'd like, but we do already have our high chair here that stays in the house. So this is just our to-go booster seat that we take to restaurants or take anywhere that we may need to be. So I wanted to go ahead and show you what it actually looked like on a chair and how to actually assemble it on a chair. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my booster seat right here on our dining room chair, and I'm going to show you how you go ahead and assemble it on your chair. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just go ahead and pop the tray off on both of the sides. And you can go ahead and put that to the side for now. Then you can go ahead and lift up your back seat, and you want to make sure that you hear the actual seat pop into place, which you can definitely hear the seat is locked. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to first take your back strap, the one that's on the back top portion of the booster seat, and you're just going to want to thread it to your chair, thread it around the back. It can either be a regular chair that's a solid piece, or it can have holes and slits, as you see that my chair does. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to actually turn it around so you can go ahead and see what it looks like on the back side. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to thread these through, and you're just going to hear the click, and then you know that's secure. And now I don't tighten this up yet until I am done buckling the bottom. So I know I have enough slack on the bottom to reach both buckles. So I'm going to go ahead and reach underneath my chair. And as you can see, I don't have enough slack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen the bottom portion up a little bit. So, and what I do is I just pull down on this clasp, and that gives you a little bit more slack. So as you see, I need a little bit more, so I'm just pulling down until I reach the other part of the buckle, and I just buckle it in. Then you can go ahead and start tightening up every clasp that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up, and how you tighten is you just pull and you pull until you can't pull anymore. Feel that the tension is tight. And then you do the same thing here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull, and you can pull like this too to make it easier. So what I'm doing is I pulled completely, and as you can see, there's still a little bit of slack, and that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around the chair so you can see from the front. And as you can see, the seat's right here, and the seat can move a little bit. So what I want to do is I'm just going to tighten up the bottom part. And as you can see, that's a lot better. The seat is not moving anywhere. I'm actually moving the whole entire chair. So this seat is not going anywhere. So basically, after you have your child in, remember to buckle. Then you're going to place the tray. And again, whichever to your liking, on whichever setting you want, 1, 2, or 3. And then you're going to pop on the sides. And then there you go. And then your child is ready to go. He's sitting here like a big boy with his Thomas the Engine train, and he can play while mommy cooks, while mommy's getting ready for dinner, or while you're out at a restaurant or out with friends. And it kind of gives you a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of leeway to actually have just a little bit of a break, to actually get a chance to eat your food for the time being that your child does want to be in this chair. And it just allows you to enjoy yourself just a little bit more. And I just think that this is just a great item to have if you're struggling with a child that wants to be with you 24/7 or wants to be attached to your hip 24/7, but he still at the same time wants to be able to sit up at a table and see what's happening around him. And I believe this is another great alternative if you're like me and you do not like the high chairs that are at the restaurants. I, for some reason, just do not want to stick my child in those high chairs. I am a first-time mom, so I know that the first child, you're very protective over him or her, and I am just like that with my son. I think about, when was that high chair last washed? What actually was used to wash down the high chair? So I'm very anal about those things. So I just thought this is just a great alternative because I know where this high chair came from. I know who sat in it. I know how the high chair was cleaned and what has been on or around this high chair. So I know that I'm seeing my child in somewhere safe. This is also a lot better to look at than those brown plain chairs that you see at the restaurants. And it also was brought up to my attention by one of the workers at a restaurant that we went to, that those chairs are geared for a variety of ages from months to 2 years old. So if you have a child that's slimmer, he might just kind of like not feel that safe in the chair and he might slide out. Or if you have a child that's slightly bigger, then the child might feel a little bit tight. And with this high chair, it gives you the opportunity to adjust it and tailor it to your baby's needs, if you need it to be smaller or if you need it to be bigger. And I think that's just another additional great selling point with this product. So I hope you enjoyed this review and demo of Thomas & Friends booster seat. And again, all the information will be listed down below in the bottom bar. I will have the price at Target. I will have the price and availability if you can buy it at Babies R Us and Bye Bye Baby. And again, if you have any questions about this product, or if I didn't cover something in the video that you have another question about, please feel free to leave a comment down and I will get back to every question. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and if you want to see more videos like this. And if you have any suggestions of what you want to see next, then go ahead and leave it down below in the bottom bar, and I will make sure to put that in my upcoming videos. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be updated on my weekly videos that I will be posting. And until next time, guys, have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.